A modern guide to fit and arsenal construction for two-handed bowlers. The #1 new release hit worldwide on Amazon. Find out the secrets of the pros, pitches and grip selection, what balls to use, when and why. Learn step by step how to lay out your own equipment and so much more. Become a better bowler and score more now. A modern guide to fit and arsenal construction for two-handed bowlers. Available now worldwide on Amazon and most major online retailers. Hey everybody, and welcome to another edition of LaneSide Reviews. As always, I am the bearded beast, Rob Johnson, joined once again by Scoops Porter, and somewhere in the ethos is old guy Wayne. But, I don't know. But we're about to go to the lanes with multiple styles to check out some brand new equipment and see how it stacks up. Okay, here we are down on the lanes with our resident speed dominant player, old guy Wayne Porter.
And he's bowling the high friction house shot.
I wish he'd stop pushing his thumb out when he pushes away.
I know. Get a little more hand in there, old guy.
Come on, if you're... Oh, look at this.
Again, he breaks the machine again.
What is with it?
It's because he throws it so slow they don't kind of slide around. And
That's the kind of thing that happens when you are the one.
yes.
And speaking of that, we are looking at the one REVERB from EBONITE. We've seen a couple of ones come out recently.
Yeah, they're bringing out that brand, which was phenomenally good back in the early 2000s.
What is that? What was that?
I think that's a 10.5 pin.
That I would have meant the hook. They've proven that this core, the one core, is a big, strong performing core.
Yeah.
At 2.46, 056, 027, this is a core that we've seen before and we know performs.
Yes.
It's got a really short hook zone.
Yeah.
It makes a quick move, generally left or right, like laterally.
Yeah.
And the one is known for its hook power.
Yeah.
So what sets the REVERB apart from the ones that we've seen prior?
Well, this one's has got the HK22C.
Hold on. That's the new version
newer
of the
version,
base that is like super duper hook.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So we got a super duper hook base.
And then it's got the GB 15.1 pearl. So the strongest pearl cover stock they've ever made.
Okay, so you're telling me they took the strongest base and they put the strongest pearl in it.
Yeah.
And then they took the strongest core and they put that in the middle of it.
Yes. There you go. Have fun.
Here you go, kids.
Yeah.
I hear you like hook.
Yeah.
Here's all the hook you will ever need.
Yeah.
I think we have seen Wayne here.
Not be able to keep it in the pocket. Look at this, way out. Look at how far that came back.
What?
And it still, I don't think, hit high enough to be
No.
like, it could have hit higher.
I think he slid around the 25 or 27.
Yeah, and that was like 2 board.
Okay, so we have established the one REVERB hooks.
Yes.
Let's talk about that cover stock. Strongest base, strongest pearl, and then what'd they finish it at?
They did the 500, 1,000, 1,500, and then factory compound on top of that. Because nobody uses polish.
Because nobody uses polish. No, it makes your ball softer, I heard.
Yep. Comes up the needle for the next guy.
Yeah. Once again, this is an HK22 at 1,500 with compound that looks like glass.
Yeah. And that's just going to make it clean, even cleaner. Look at this one.
What is that?
That he almost had to throw it to roll out. Like that almost looked like it had to roll out to get it to stay in the pocket.
Good Lord! What the hell?
He's just throwing it up to one board. You know.
It's our speed dominant guy.
Yeah.
The guy who doesn't hook.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Show him how it's done, Grandpa. Look at that.
You can see, and that was pretty much all friction. Our shot stops like at 9.
Yeah.
Like. That was just like, I'm just going to eat this friction for lunch. Like,
so here we are with the bonus solid that will not perform like the one.
Yeah.
It does not have the core dynamics or the cover stock, and you can see it goes pretty straight.
It's pretty straight, yeah.
People aren't even gonna listen to what we're saying here because
their jaw's going to be on the floor and just eyes on the... Yeah. Like that wolf in the old cartoons, you know.
Look at it.
It just...
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah.
It was earlier.
Yeah. You can't compare the two.
No.
But, yes, it's much earlier.
So I could see the speed dominant player just knocking some compound off of this.
Yeah.
And this thing hooking even more.
Yeah. You get it to roll a little bit sooner, so it's a little bit more controllable when you're in the oil.
Because
so
his feet are only like 5 apart, but his launch angle, he threw it like 10 boards different.
Oh yeah, like you said, because of the high gloss finish and the HK22, and and the super high end pearl, you needed to get it to the friction to read.
Yeah.
Right. Like it's not, if you keep it in the oil, it's not going to start rolling till it gets further down. You know?
And that could be not what you want result-wise.
Yeah.
That's when you get big fours and Greek
yeah,
churches.
and I mean, especially with the speed dump player, right?
Yeah.
Like, they don't necessarily have the same amount of revs as like a high rev player.
Yep.
That would be really good because then you can you really get on it and spin it up and you can play a little bit straighter with it, right?
Watch this ball as it goes down lane. This is in regular Wayne speed. Or slow-mo as we call it.
Yeah, for the rest of us, yeah.
Watch this. You can see it spins up so much faster, and it's so fast
you can
off
see
the spot.
it, yeah. I don't know how it's held. That's what I mean. It's just, it had to be the cover prep just to get it to hold because it just got down to 40 feet and spun up. Like,
now here you are with it.
It's my benchmark spot.
Well, at least you didn't leave a split there.
Yeah. I got 9.
Thankful to Dynamicore.
Yeah.
A little bit more carry.
Yeah, there we go.
So we went with a longer layout for this. Normally with pearls, we'd go with like a 50 by 5, something that was a little flippier down lane. We went with a 70-degree drill angle to try to push it down lane as far as we could.
Yeah.
And then we went with a pin distance to try to push the motion down lane farther because we didn't want this thing to be really early for you.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, no, I think I nailed that one.
Yeah.
I want it to be long and strong.
And look, again.
Good. Look at the
playing
pin action.
Very straight. And I'm like, I'm not even in the oil.
Nope.
Like I'm hitting 10 at the arrows, and it's like out in the friction right away and getting it to read up, and that's still just hooked past the 8-pin or 9-pin. Sorry.
So in theory, if we wanted this to pick up, we could just knock the compound off, and it would start up even earlier.
Yeah.
No. I like the motion we're getting out of this. When you are getting later in the block, or you have a defined friction point and oil to get it there.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how much oil you need with this new HK22. Like, see, that was tighter.
That was tighter, and it didn't hook as much.
It didn't hook as much, right?
And that's what you wanted out of a pearl. You can put surface on this, but when you start to put too much surface on a pearl, you're asking it to do what a hybrid should be doing.
Yeah.
You know, pick the right ball for the right piece.
And that's the thing is, and like we said, later in a block, keeping such a big ball in my hand would be something amazing. And like I said, with the HK22C and that pearl finish, it's going to get through the heads that are chewed up that other guys can't throw. So
because you just keep throwing it to that friction point.
Yeah.
And it keeps hooking almost too much.
Yeah. Like you can see the one I got the strike on, it was closer to the 10 board, which means I didn't get it out of the oil.
Yep.
Right.
For you, I would almost see taking this ball up, and I hate to say it, maybe even like 3,000 no compound.
Yeah.
And get it even farther down the lane, but have it delay how it spins up a little bit more.
Yeah.
Keep it from reading the front just to create even more motion down lane. Because we saw a ton of motion from Old Guy.
Yeah.
This one, we've tried to tame it down a little bit.
You can see there, that's a strike.
Yep.
See, it didn't get out as far into the friction, right?
So we've tried to tame it down for you a little bit, but still use what the cover stock can do.
Oh, yeah. And it's still there. I mean, that's the thing is, it's just, like I throw it harder than Wayne. Right?
No.
So
you throw it harder than our speed dominant player. Wait, hold on here. We got to have a conversation about this.
So, I mean, I can get it through the heads cleaner is what I'm trying to get, right? Without necessarily having to worry about all the cover and all that stuff.
So we moved you one more time here and told you to throw it to the friction.
And then finally.
You could see, but it got to the friction maybe 30 feet.
Yeah.
and stood up and started rolling forward.
Yeah.
And that's that gigantic core in it. When it sees the friction, it's going to stand up. And if it doesn't have energy left, it's not going to look.
Yeah.
That's why you want it you want to have it get down lane with a
like
little
that.
bit.
Yeah.
With a little less surface on it.
Yeah.
So it can have more motion.
Yeah.
Now here we are with the bonus, and this is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
So the bonus has a little more surface on it, but it has less core dynamics.
Yeah.
So when you see you play this, it's pretty smooth.
Yeah. Gets out a little bit wider, comes in. Yeah.
Now then, putting it up against the 1, watch where the ball goes to. I want you to see where it goes to down lane.
Yeah.
You're inside. Actually goes farther down lane.
Yeah.
When it sees the friction, watch it in the slow motion here.
Yeah.
Rather than hooking like the bonus did,
Yeah.
because it's symmetrical,
Yeah.
the core stood up and rolled forward more through the pins.
Yeah.
So you can see you're about 5 boards difference, but it ends up going through the same place on the pins.
Yeah.
That's why I say I would probably take the surface up a little bit.
Yeah.
That way we could get you onto the friction more and get more motion.
Yeah.
Now watch it from the lane level here. But this shows, people are going to say, well, why would you do that? 1, you don't need help hooking the ball.
No.
When you go to a ball later and you have friction, you don't want it to continue hooking all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody needs that piece that they can go to when the lanes get chewed up. Otherwise, that's one lesson that you and I learned when you went down to the World Series. Like,
you always need something.
Yeah.
And getting less surface on this as the lanes get chewed up, it's going to continue to get down lane. And be able to use that energy.
Well, and that's the beauty of the HK.
Yep.
Right.
And you see right there, it stood up and it split the 8-9.
Yeah.
But you could see when it made its motion, it went forward rather than continuing to hook into the pocket. Well, look at this.
There you are.
We happened to get another one of these, so we were able to drill a third ball, and I was able to throw this one.
Now, this is where it's going to shine, I think.
Yeah, look at my face there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well.
I don't often throw balls with cores this big anymore.
Yeah.
Because of the difference between my speed and my rev rate.
Yeah.
I am still a rev-dominant bowler, but now instead of being, say, 400 to 430 rev and 14 mile an hour, I'm now 14 mile an hour and 550 rev, and that's not a good thing.
No. And we're working on that.
We're working on it. I got to learn how to throw the ball harder.
Yeah.
But I knew trying to throw this from my benchmark spot with such a short hook phase on it and such a strong cover, there was no way I was going to be able to strike from there.
No, but we had to show you that.
Yep, we always compare them.
Yeah.
So let's just move me, 5 or 10 boards left.
Yeah. You can see there. Oh,
you coward!
Still. Yeah.
So that was about a 12-board jump left.
Yeah.
Just straight off the bot.
And you could see how hard it spun up off that spot, like you said. It just, you haven't found that sweet spot where you said, like, it's standing up and kind of rolling forward yet.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now, if you saw there, my book is available on Amazon if you'd like to find out more about the layout that I used on this and how to actually lay out a ball yourself. I go through and teach you how to lay out a ball, how to choose balls for your arsenal, and why they work. Let's talk about this one.
Yeah.
For me, this is in a weird spot because the big, strong core like this is a ball up for me.
Yeah.
Especially with the HK22C. I know that this ball is going to come off the spot so strong.
Yeah. Like that?
Yep.
There you go.
I can go with something like a 4.5 by 5.5 by 3 pal.
Yeah.
Or 4.5 by X by 3.5, depending on how long the distance I want to get. I know it's going to be very strong down lane.
Yeah.
On a longer pattern, I'd probably put a little more surface on this.
Yeah.
Because I don't want when you look at longer patterns, there's a lot of friction to the left and right.
Yeah.
But it's very long friction. You don't want to get out into it too quickly.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't want this to be super duper fast, like 3,000 or 4,000, because if I get out past that area, it's just going to snap on me.
Yeah.
So I might go with a little more surface on a long pattern, but on a medium pattern, this is perfect.
Perfect, yeah.
Look at the way the ball goes through the pins.
Yeah. You can get like that little bit deeper than the other guys at the start with something like this, and then stay ahead of them. Like we've talked about in many videos, like you can stay ahead of everybody else, and they got to play into your track.
It's their problem, not yours. That's
exactly.
Right. You let them create friction to the right so the ball recovers, and you just stay in the oil.
Stay in it, yeah.
Just like I am here, because I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going left.
Yeah.
If I ever come back on the screen. This is the problem, is I end up so far left.
Here you are. Yeah, that's a good shot.
You can see that one roll forward. That was a good shot to look at there. Yeah. That one, I was 17 boards left of my benchmark. And you can see when it came off the spot, it was much more forward. Yeah,
and that's what we're talking about with this ball. It gets the benefit of it when it starts doing that. You get better carry and,
Depending on, but it's also a good indication. I know I can't go any deeper with it.
Yes, that's true.
I've got a great, my pocket is huge right now. I can carry if it rolls forward or if it hooks, but I know if I get any deeper, I might have to go to a symmetrical or something to keep it hooking. Yeah. Because I'm going to keep moving left.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep moving left. 17, how about 20?
Ooh.
Thank God for Dynamic Core.
Yeah.
Remember what I said about being too far left?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So you can see right there, the ball told me.
Yeah, that it's time.
It's time to get out of this ball. Yeah. And here I am throwing it left-handed, and, just look at this. I love this. Whee!
There it is.
That, I could see this being my house shot ball.
Yeah.
Rather than going to a ball up in my, in a hybrid.
Mm-hmm.
This could be the ball that I would go to.
Yeah.
Here I am with the Rattler. We know even though that it's got a fair amount of hook on it, it's still pretty smooth.
Yeah.
This one ain't smooth.
This is the one.
It is the one. I'm interested to know why they called it the reverb though. Because reverberation, good Lord, look at that hook. Usually is sound waves coming back.
Yeah.
So and there's lots of sound waves. So it would be more than one.
That is true. But this is the comeback for the one.
Oh, this is the one that makes everyone know it's the one.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we are, slow. Just look at it. It got down farther.
Yeah.
Out-angled it, out-hooked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we talk about this on our videos if you listen to our other ones. Here we are on the lane level, so you can really see how it spins up.
Yeah.
When you can open up the lane and get more angle of entry, you're going to carry more.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if you're a one-hander, two-hander, rev dominant, speed dominant, slow as hell.
Yeah. It's all about creating a very large pocket for yourself.
That's right. It's about deflection, about how the ball goes through the pocket.
Yeah. You can see that one was closer to the 8-pin than it was anything else. So.
There's almost like half a ball distance between where the Rattler goes off the deck here.
Yeah.
One more shot with it. So even though this isn't a new ball, what do you think? Is this a new start? This is something that everyone should go out and at least take a look at?
Yes. Take a look at it. Try it out if you can get a demo or something.
At least throw the one shot?
Yes.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a show. So until next time, guys, we'll see you laneside.